Hey, what's up, guys? Oh, sorry you haven't heard from me in a while. Things have been kind of messed up. I know you guys haven't heard from me since Toledo. Well, had a fun time. I hope you enjoyed all the videos. So, anyway, I tried making you another video, but the camera was acting up. And, well, like I said, I was going to get another camera, but things went wrong. I started feeling really bad. My job was sucking the life out of me. Why, I don't know. I enjoy my job. All I do is drive to Michigan and back. But I wasn't feeling right. I ended up getting sick. Didn't know what was wrong with me. Thought maybe I was catching a virus or something, or maybe there was something in my apartment. I was cleaning the crap out of my apartment, trying to figure out what it is. And long story short, that wasn't the problem. Middle of last month, right after my vacation, went back to work, and I fell out at work. He took me to the hospital, Cleveland Clinic. Turned out I had what the technical name is, a pulmonary aneurysm. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Pulmonary aneurysm. Anyway, long story short, or let's say, put it in English terms where we can understand. I had a monster blood clot between my lungs. Yeah, that white pipe that's going down to your lungs, it was all plugged up. So I was losing air and a few other things. And all this time I thought it was a virus. Anyway, it sucked the life out of me. And I ended up passing out at work. So I spent 3 days in ICU. So they had to give me, I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with this. They had to thin out my blood, put me on Coumadin, whatever that technical name is. And I was in ICU for 3 days. Then I spent another 4 days in a private room, or not a private room, but in a room. I have to admit, it was a horrible experience because it felt like my chest was imploding, whereas my head was exploding. I thought I was having a heart attack, but that's what it was—a pulmonary aneurysm, a monster blood clot between my lungs. So there were some other. They did all kinds of scans and la 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 on me and tests. And it turned out there were other blood clots too. So they ended up thinning out my blood. So I'm real fragile right now because if I get a cut, it may not stop bleeding for a while. So I got to be careful. So anyway, I spent 7 days in the hospital, and I thought, with my dumb butt, I could go back to work, and I couldn't. Let's say the doctor told me, no, you down. Both my doctors, or both the doctor, DOT doctor too, told me, no, you down. You ain't going nowhere. And my regular doctor told me, no, your butt's gonna stay home for a while. So anyway, this is my second week at home. I'm doing a lot better. My blood levels are level, but they want me to stay down another week. I'm not on injections anymore, thank God, because I'm terrified of needles. And I'll tell you one thing, we had some freaking pretty nurses at the Cleveland Clinic. That's what made things bearable, all those pretty nurses. And it was very interesting, I have to admit. Things in the hospital nowadays are a lot different. Oh, got a funny sponge bath story to tell you. When they went to give me my sponge bath, the only way I can describe it is, you ever see NASCAR racing when they have you do a pit stop and they can they can change all four tires and fuel you up, clean your windshield and get you out in 30 seconds. That's the way the sponge bath was. They were like, pull his shirt off, wipe him down, pull his pants off, wipe him down, throw the gown on, go. That's how they were. 30 seconds. I'm like, what the fuck was that? I didn't even get a chance to enjoy it. So anyway, uh, like I said, my dumb butt thought I can go back to work, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. But I'm getting better. Strength's coming back, and I'm doing much better. And I have been taking advantage of the time. And look, my workshop is a little cleaner. I'm able to work on that more. And so let me just show you where everything is right now. Okay, like I said, my workshop is cleaner. As you can see, my workbench is a little cleaner. I'm still not finished reorganizing, so it's not as clean as I wanted, but it's better than what it was. Let's see. I'm going to do some reprogramming in my 9X because I want to get those my flaps, instead of putting my flaps on the dial, I'm going to put them on this 3-position switch. I've seen some guys do that, and I think that'd be a lot easier. Where I can have up for, this is a 3-position switch here. This is my third auxiliary, and I can have it up for up flaps, takeoff flaps, which is halfway, and landing flaps all the way down. So, and then bring them back up just with the flick of the switch instead of having it on the dial. I think that'll work a lot better. So I'm working on doing that. And I was working with my batteries here. And as you can see, I got some work done on the planes too. The Horton's ready to go. All balanced out, repaired and balanced out. I had a heck of a time getting out that steering servo because this thing did not want to come out. I mean, it still works, but as you can see, the top teeth gearing that grabs hold of the control arm, it's broken in half. That's what happened in that crash. It broke in half. So I'm gonna use, it still works, but I'm gonna find some other use for this. But this baby's all ready to go, and so like I said, thing is about going out to the airfield, that sun still sucks my energy out. So I'm just being careful right now. I'm gonna get to the airfield real soon, guys, because I already paid a visit out there before I got sick and had a ball, and it did suck some energy out of me, and which at the time I didn't know that's what was going on with me. So I'm just being careful right now because I don't want to end up back in the hospital. I heard stories about this people who didn't follow the doctor's instructions and went back to work and did whatever and end up having that blood clot all over again, and the second time is worse than the first. And I ain't going through that again. So anyway, the Horton's all ready to go. Do I have a battery in her? Yeah. Yeah, there's a battery in her. She's all ready to go. Everything's secured and organized. New servo in. I had to make a new steering tiller, and that seems to work pretty good because the other one was destroyed in the crash. So I had to fashion out a new one. But as you can see, receiver secured, ESC is secured, battery, everything secured, ready to go. She's balanced. Had to do some rebalancing. Had to do some trimming too to get some of the foam back in shape. And she's ready to go. I also bought, let's see, showing you what I got. I also bought a new motor for the Hellcat because here's the old motor. This is a 500 kV Dynam Detrum motor. Let me see here. When this blade broke off in midair, it fried the motor. You can see all black at the top where it got fried. But the motor's shot. I'm gonna use it for spare parts because I was looking on YouTube about disassembling these motors, and it's best to save them. Don't throw them out if you burn them out. Don't throw them out just yet. The parts may come in handy. And I bought a new motor, a 600 kV motor, and I got it installed. But the thing is, though, the shaft was on the wrong side, so it was on the back half. So I found some. I thought before I ran to the hobby store and spent more money on adapters and da da da. I looked on YouTube about maintenance on these motors. and they show where you can actually reverse the shaft. It was a real easy procedure. You just have to take off this C-clip here, loosen up the uh, collar, the wheel collar that's in here, and push the shaft through. You know, some guys would take it all the way apart. I just put it on top of I put mine on top of this socket, and I took a light hammer and tapped it down. And with some go through nice, some go through hard. This one went through pretty nice. I just tapped it down lightly, put the shaft on the other side, resecured everything with a 5mm wheel collar, ready to go. Installed it. I installed it, got her in, she's ready to go. I had to do some serious rebalancing on this because what I did before, I used a 3600 battery, but I used a 5-cell battery. This battery's shot right now. I mean, it flew great with this, but this battery's shot right now because it was in it flew my jet as well, my Hawk, BAE Hawk, and it's an old battery and it's all puffed up, ready to be tossed out. So I can't use that. So I said, you know what? Let's redo it so it would take the 4S like it's supposed to, but keep it at the 3600. So I got a 3600 4S, which I'm going to get another one later on because this also runs my P40. Put it in here. I had to do some rebalancing. She's balanced perfect now. And a little touch-up paint. And as you can see, I even put my name on the canopy. But she's ready to go. Drop in the battery and she's ready to go. So as you can see, in my downtime, I wasn't loafing. I may have been down, but I wasn't out. And that's what I was doing, getting some stuff done here. And also, I worked on the P40. I stripped off, I haven't painted it yet, I'm about to start painting, but I got to do crash proofing first. I stripped off all the old decals. Now, a real easy way to do this, if you want to strip off old decals, which is quick, easy, no fuss, no muss, get some duct tape. I took some duct tape, put it over the decal, made sure it's adhered good, grabbed the corner, ripped it off, just like waxing. Just like you see these ladies do waxing. Speaking of waxing, they had me hooked up so much to all these probes and everything in the hospital, I felt like I got a wax when they went to pull them off. But yeah, that's the best way to do that. I used duct tape to strip off the decals, and it worked great. So now all I got to do is do a little sanding, a little touch up, a little sanding on the surface, getting it ready for repainting. But before that, I'm gonna crash proof it. I got all my my rods over there, ready for crash proof. I also did some work on the canopy. I took that other guy out, the one I didn't like. As you see, I had to do a little work to get this guy in. I haven't painted him up the way I want it yet. I'm gonna do a little repainting on him. I just fitted him in there first. It had no dash, so I kind of got some cardboard and fashioned a dash.